Hello everybody, welcome to the sound test room. Today, now listen, important, can you hear me at a sensible level? Because last night's video was quiet for too long and I didn't notice until today. Anyway, so here's the thing. Today, hello everybody, welcome to the sound test room. Today we are taking a look at, I'm just going to fix this because I know it's fine. Today we are taking a look at the brand new Polywave. It's not even out yet, it's so new. It's so shiny, it's not even out yet, but it is out, we think, Thursday. And bless them, Fingerlab said, yeah, we can have a look at this. And it's remarkable. This does, I'm pretty sure this does some pretty unique things in iOS, and it sounds lovely. So I'm going to take you through the tutorial of the whole thing. Thank you, John. I'd like to say hi to everyone who's here as well. Hi to everyone who's here. Hi, Colin, John, Pictor, Joe, Stephen, AB, Spider. Hi, Spider. Also, Grant is here as well. Nice to see you here, Grant. And anyone else who I may have missed. Well, I think Wal's here as well. Hi, Wal, Colin. Right, anyway, so the cool thing is it's a wavetable sequencer synth. So you'll see at the bottom here, I have these 5 wavetables, and if I press one note, it will sequence through, it will cycle through. Oh yeah, I will also say thanks, John, for reminding me. This was made in collaboration with Fingerlab and Jordan as well, Jordan Rudess of Dream Theater, and the massive supporter of iOS, as you all know. Anyway, here's the thing. You can see it cycling through these 5 wavetables. What we shall do is we will start a fresh kind of patch, if you like. Here, this is the AUV3 version. Obviously, we're running it in AUV3. We'll run standalone. It looks a little bit different, but more or less it's the same. Here are your presets, and you have them up there. So if we go to like this, we're in user. Like, see, I've got these 2 user presets. We could go to lead. We'll go to default. Okay, so now we've got a default patch. Now, you will see that along the bottom here, you have 4 steps. This is to do with the amount of wavetables that you can have for any one sound. Or you'll definitely want this, Spider. Oh, by the way, guys, this is free with in-app purchases like all Fingerlabs apps are. Don't know how much the IAP is going to be, but you can pre-order it now. So you'll get the free version when it comes in. You can see how much the IAP is. It's well worth getting the IAP because you get all the extra effects, loads of extra wavetables, stuff like that. Anyway, so you'll see it says 4. It looks like we have a saw, kind of a triangle, square wave. Might be a sine wave here. And it's cycling through. And you'll see it says shift 0. Synchronization is on. But not the synchronization with this. You'll see that AUM is running at 100 BPM. We don't have to worry about that for this tutorial. Okay. Steps 4. You'll see if I hold this and I decrease the steps. Now I've got basically a saw wave. With this one saw wave, we have our ADSR, of course. I'll just increase the filter ADSR as well. Release. So you have volume, octave, okay, hi Dean. So along there we have pitch, so you can tune. You have a times 12 as well. FM volume, FM modulation, detune. Not really going to hear it with that, but then we have our filter. And then we have our resonance control. Below that we have our filter envelope. We can times that by 5 as well. Then we have LFO1 and LFO2. So we can assign pretty much anything. We have 3 LFOs per, we have 3 destinations per LFO that we can assign to. And what we need to do is just tap to add a new parameter, and we can see we can add any of these. Now, there are many more parameters we can add to, which we'll get into in a minute. But you see you have steps here. You have BPM flashing. You have morphing and shift also flashing. So let's just take that off for now. And then below this, you have a wave for the... Now, this is a wavetable synth. Right, so this is where this gets hyper cool. Hyper cool. This is where Spider Ice Minds is going to go, oh my God, this is incredible. So, for instance, here we have our one wavetable, right? Our one step. Then we can tap on this. And then we can... This is for our... It's hard to explain this. This is for our... This is the wave for our LFO, right? But we can reverse that wave, obviously, or we can make it random, or we can draw in our own wave, right? Like that. Anything you like. Do what you want. Do what you want. You can copy this now, right? So if I go copy, I'm going to close this. There's our wave. I'm going to go, oh, okay, I'm going to open this. I'm going to paste the wave I've just drawn in there and in there. So there's the wave I've just made in for the LFO. Is now identically copied for the waveform of step 1. Now you're thinking, this is all right, right? It's good, right? It's cool, it's good, right? That's quite a nice waveform. So if I tap on this now and assign this to, say, I don't know, the FM modulation, and let's give it some sort of... The FM modulation is then being modulated by the waveform that I've just made for LFO1, copied into the sound of step 1. Now we've got our depth and our rate. We could go in and randomize that. Or we could just say select a more standard one, and there's a stack of them here to choose from. Look, loads and loads. And then if you've like, because this is a custom waveform, you can save it to your own library as well. So, you know, we're not going to do that, but so now we've got basic sine. So we've created something really quite nice with just one step. This is where this is absolute genius, right? It has 16 steps. Stand back and gasp. It has 16 steps. Watch what happens now. We're just going to track through all our steps. Let's be sensible. Let's take it back to about 4 steps. Just while you take this in. While we take it in. Exactly. Oh my God. So morphing. This means that we get the smooth transition between the steps. Now, here we go. This is where local is very important. If we have host on, it's now 100 BPM. It's synced to this. Let's leave this on local, put it back to like, say, well, let's leave it on 100 BPM, 100. Morphing, let's tap on this and let's go with this, and we'll tap on this one and go with that. And we'll tap on this and go with this, and we'll tap on the 4th one and go with one of them. So we've got 4 quite distinctive quite distinctive waves for the first four, some basic ones, right? So morphing blends between the waves. Okay, so if we take morphing all the way down to 0, you'll hear a much more staggered transition between each wave. But it's too fast. Let's slow it down. So we have some resolution points. Let's remove that modulation. Okay. This 101 BPM, this also is now affecting this. This is brilliant. You can take this down to 1 BPM, right? So look at this. I'm going to take it up to about 20 BPM. You also have this thing called sync, which synchronizes them together, but shift, if I'm going to add this to 2, see, it started one here and one here. We can have up to 7 shifts, so. Cool, eh? Blinking brilliant. Okay, so let's increase the steps a bit more. Let's go with 7 steps this time, and let's make the waveforms a bit more interesting. Let's maybe say randomize this one, see what happens. That's cool. Let's go to our second one and maybe pick one from this here. Okay, let's go to our third one. Make this, let's just draw something in on what's already there, shall we? We go to our fourth one and we'll have a look in the library here, and we can go through the library of these, and they get loads and loads of complicated. Let's go. Oh, look, some of these are cool. We'll choose this one. We'll go copy. Just hit copy. And then we can close this and we'll go, well, we'll paste that in there. So you can copy and paste. But this is cool because then you could paste this into another LFO. It's brilliant, this is. It's outstanding. I want to also point out as well, but you see this, when you're on the page, you're listening to the wave, that's all. So if we change it to, so you can audition the wave before you start to want to add it to your track. So say for instance, we're happy with that. We've pasted it in. Well, we have pasted it in actually, but we've just, because we're on our waveform, it's going to remember it anyway. But let's see what we can do here. Let's tap on our LFO, right? Okay. Actually, let's just stop this for a sec. I want to go back in here, and you see you have a bit depth, an offset for the wave. I'm going to make this a bit more smoother. Right, so you've also got control over the bit depth of the wave and the offset of the wave. But if we go to LFO1 now, we'll tap here to add a parameter. Let's go into our thing, and you'll see that we can also apply an LFO to the bit depth here. So let's apply LFO1 to this bit depth. And let's set it to 100% depth. And quite a slow rate. Let's go back in. And have a look. We can see it's assigned to 1. We can see that we're starting at the bottom, so this is where it's going to start from, and we've got 100%, so it's going to go all the way to the top. And back down again. But you could do some really cool stuff. So say for instance, well, let's go somewhere here, right here, right? Let's copy that. Let's go out of there and let's paste that in there, shall we? So now this isn't going to modulate, but this is, and you can watch the modulation on the screen here for number 4. Watch. Well, you right. So what it's going to do now, it's going to cycle. So what we're going to do is we're going to speed our BPM up a little bit, say to 85. So, but you might be able to notice that's modulating along with its. Let's do it a bit faster. And we can set modulation points for anything else because we have 2 LFOs. We can also choose to modulate the rate with this LFO. And because it's a linear line, it's just going doing. But we can go in and we could change that, say to this. If you're enjoying the video, folks, please strike the like. Consider becoming a patron, please. Cost you $1 a month. Help support me and Joe. It's quite desperate. Very cool. So there's our shift step. Well, let's go take that back. Let's leave our steps on this. Morphing. Now let's add a few more interesting waveforms to the different slots that we have going on. Just for our little demo here. Very interesting. Morphing smooths this out, so at 100% it's at 0 now. So at 100% it's going to be quite the gentle transition between each of these 7 tables. And this is where we'll start it. Oh, thanks, see them bones. Bless you, man. Seriously, but thank you very, very much. So we could apply. Let's apply another, well, you've got 2 choices. Let's apply this one to this. Awesome stuff. So, you know, it's great. Speed it up a bit. The resolute, we can add a shift in as well. Turn synchronization off. Oh, we have to be right. That's it. I'm gonna make off and. Now it gets more fun, right? So we can choose a direction. We can either go forward or backwards. So if we slow it down a little bit, you'll hear that. We'll take less morph and I'll put the shift back to 0. And put backwards and forwards on. So now it's going backwards, and now we've got backwards and forwards, so we can ping pong. Okay, I'm going to take 4 steps and I'm going to have these 4 steps again play a more sort of calmer things. I'm going to just calm this down as well a bit, I think. So. We have further controls. Now, if we go to where it says automation, there's nothing to do with our modulation. This is going to be, we can now, if we go into automation, we can apply various automation to our four steps. Now, this will increase, this top grid will increase depending on if you have the full 16 waves or just one, but we're going to do it with 4 so you can see what's going on. First selection we have was we can have morphing on, and this will morph between the automation you have set in this grid here, and it will be related to this morphing percentage here. This will become clearer in a sec. So the first one is volume. If I hit random now, this is like a mic, right? This will be like on, off, on, off. So full volume 0, full volume 0. Or vice versa, of course. Let's put this just going forward. Random. Now if I turn the morphing up down here, and I have this set kind of like this, so you can hear sort of volume changes. And they're quite drastic, and I turn morphing on. It's a much more gentle morph between the volume changes. Okay, now volume change is very handy if you want to create things like velocity ramping on a pad. This is super cool. And of course, excuse me, hi Russ. Hi Non. Don't forget as well also that you can run this over your full 16 steps. And at the moment we're in local speed, which is this at 58 BPM. And don't forget, we can also go all the way down to 1 and all the way up to 360. Which is super fast. Our next thing, let's clear this automation here. So you can randomize, clear, you can draw your own morphing. And let's turn morphing off, sorry. Our next one is pan. So again, if you're wearing headphones, you're going to get brilliant stuff, absolutely bloody brilliant. And then that was with no morphing, so the pan, we could make the pan a lot more kind of gentle, if you like. Hi Vortex. Right, okay, so morphing off again. Let's clear the panning. Next one is pitch. Again, I hear you gasp. Oh my God, you can apply pitch. So you could have, excuse me guys, 16 different pitches if you had your 16 wavetables. So randomizing the pitches is going to be a bit bonkers. Exactly audible. Gasp. Shock horror pro. How have Fingerlab and Jordan done it? So we can go up and down an octave. Very cool. So that's pitch. We can clear the pitch. Next one along, we have octave. So octave is a little bit more controllable than randomizing your pitch. So if we randomize the octave, say, but if we go up and down, plus and minus 1 octave, very cool beans indeed. So we can clear this. There's something else I want to quickly show you. At any time you like, if you really wanted this, say for instance you like this waveform here, You don't have to copy it to put it here. Let's go back to our automation. All you need to do is pick it up and move it like that. See? You just pick it up and move it like that. And I don't like that bit at the end, so I'm going to just set this as another triangle. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to do that with it, so that'll be nice. Go back to our automation, shall we? So, okay, and I already covered the library. Yes, you just pick it up and move it like that. It's fab. So octave, we've just checked that octave. Octave's kind of self-explaining. Morphing, we can automate the morph, randomizing morphing. So we can clear that. And then next one is step length. This is kind of gating. So you can make it do a gating effect. You could actually go insane. Now this is good because this brings us to, if we go now, there's step attack as well. So here, very low attack, fast attack. So you step attack, and then volume. So we can randomize. We've covered this, and then it goes back down to pan. So let's just clear the volume. Now here's the other thing. This brings us to our effects. Now most of this stuff is in the unlocked version, but I guess that you're so impressed by now that you'll probably buy it anyway, because I think it's great. This is super simple wavetable synthesis, but with a lot of control because you've got this cool step sequencer. So we want to be looking at, we're going to leave our step length kind of about halfway so it does gate a little bit. We'll turn our morphing off completely so it's harsh. Now we can go into our effects. Now all our effects are switched off at the moment. Effects is one of the things that will be available via IAP. But let's first of all turn this tape delay on. Actually, I'm going to turn the tube amp on as well and put a bit of drive in here. So that works well with a tape delay. So let's clear the step length. Let's hear the reverb. So loads of cool stuff, loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of cool stuff that you can do. All right, so now you have seen pretty much everything it will do. So let's listen to some of the factory presets. You get some leads, you get loops, you get pads, you get effects, you get user stuff, right? So we've seen this. So our first lead patch, I'm going to make sure that I take this down a little bit because that sounds a little bit harsh to me. we've got LFO1 rate here being controlled by LFO2. Yeah, I think it's out Thursday if anyone's interested, yeah. And what's also nice as well, you might notice that you can see your mod routings. There'll be a little number, either a 1 or a 2, beside it indicating whether it's LFO1 or LFO2. It's so easy to change stuff up though. If we just go in and say, well, let's randomize this, let's randomize this one. I don't know, let's reverse this one. Oh, well, that is reversing, but there's not a lot going on, so I'm going to randomize it. Randomize this one as well. And now we've got this. That's just this one, so now. Could create interesting drones actually. Lovely. Oh, it's just one preset. The cool thing is, once you start to play with it, it's hard to not like just start messing with all the wavetables and stuff. I think it's really clever. I think it's a really great idea. Look what we've got going on here. Look, step count. Look, LFO2. What's the step count change? So we've got LFO2 here, step counts. You can make it go really fast if you turn the rate up. So fast you can't even see it. If I take this depth up now, it'll drag in 16 of these. Now you see how it works. You've got it's so hard to it's really. I think it's huge, right? The LFO2 is also controlling the tempo. See it go from so if we unhook the tempo, take the tempo down to like, say, I don't know, this. Hang on a sec. I think just. How cool's that? How cool's that? Let's have a look at the preset management, shall we? Maybe we could do that before the end. I'll show you it in the main app. in the main app, and not in the standalone version sort of thing. Not that you can't, you can still save your presets and stuff in here, save current preset, blah blah. It is, Jamie. It's when you start to think about the control. So don't forget that when you select any of the waves and you play, all you're hearing is this wave, so you can make really fine adjustments to the sound. It's almost medieval. It's cool things. So you could save this to your library, to the library here. The waveform has been saved. Okay, so now we could go and find that waveform in the library, which you'll have a look in a sec. However, this custom waveform that we've now done and we've now saved, say we love it so much that we would like that to be a patch. Which one was it now? This one, number 4. So, and we only want it to be 1. So if I go down to, oh, I've got my first one there now. But like I said before, if we just pick this up, drop it into slot 1, reduce the number of steps to 1. Now we've just got our nice new sound, that kind of medieval vibe going on. But then we could go, oh, well, okay, well, let's let's make some other adjustments to that sound. Oh, thanks, Kenny. Brilliant. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Me and Joe, we massively appreciate super chats and super stickers, guys. Beautiful, lovely, lush. Nice sounds. And we've got look at the BPM as well. We can disconnect the BPM from that now. How cool is it, seriously? Ah, it's brilliant. Let's listen to some of the effects. We'll have some modulation going on. Look on the step offset. So we could go and look. Let's go and look. Step offset. Which has been controlled by LFO1. So I mean, if we and it's quite fast. Step offset, bit depth. very cool. So it only comes with a few patches as well, the free version, but it'll give you a flavour if you like the synth or not. So you can also modulate the effects, I should have said. Awesome stuff. Oh, it's Matthew here. Hi, Matthew. How are you doing? Sounds like a clanger. There's loads and loads of effects, loads and loads of patches. Let's listen to some of the pads. Now this will be using the automation. I would have thought. Turn the modulation off for that. Number 2, bit depth 2. Guys, thank you very much for joining me this evening where we took a look at Polywave pre-release tutorials, and you now know how the whole thing works. I did say that we would take a quick look at the I'll just save that because I like save everything on here, and we'll still see if we can just find the proper version. There it is. So this is what it looks like. So we can have a look at the preset management. You can import preset. Banks would be nice. I'll mention that to them, import and exporting banks. So you can export current preset. You can import a preset. We can have a listen to some of the loops while we're... But yeah, so what I'll do is I'll play through a few more patches, give you for a couple of minutes, give you a chance to say ta-ra to each other. Thank you very much. Bless you all. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys for the super chats and super stickers. It's very much appreciated. It really, really is. If you haven't already struck the like, please strike it now. Hopefully, I will see you tomorrow with some other bits and pieces. From the mad musical world of musical synthesizers and things. Alright, gang. See you later. Ta-da! Thanks, Matt, and hi, fam. Thank you, Matt.